He has just tweaked that foot that he hurt in Abu Dhabi a couple of weeks ago, because he did tip over on that right foot.
Same side, right?
And it's still bruised, and he's still limping from it and everything else. So hopefully we'll get him in tomorrow and you know, can ask him about that. But hopefully we run to schedule tomorrow as well. Although we have somehow brought it back, because we are supposed to be off air at 11, so in 20 minutes time from now. Jet Lawrence favoured gate number 2. 1 hole shot, 1 second. Hunter Lawrence was the Oxmoto hole shot from gate 4. Last time he's gone to gate 4 again, and obviously got Coop in there, Cooper Webb. So can he pull a surprise? What have you made of his performances so far? In fact, the gate about to drop here. All eyes on the 18. Good drive from the Pink Panther, but it's Rocen who sweeps across, and Rocen is going to be picking up the 3rd and final Oxmoto hole shot. 3 different black plate holders then from those first 3 races. Tixier there in 3rd place as Hunter Lawrence moves into 4th, and Jet Lawrence moves into 2nd place. Kenny leads though, Steve Mathis.
Yeah, this is what Rocen does, right? He'll jump up and surprise you just when you're not sure about it. Kenny, man, what a start! That was a great job by Ken Rocen. And Jet put a gorgeous pass on him in the sand on the inside the last race. Kenny's probably learned from that. Won't do that mistake again, but. Here we go, Rocen, Jet Lawrence. This is what we've all wanted to see this weekend. Yeah,
Cooper Webb started in 7th. He's up to 6th. He's found his way past Adrien Escoffier. That was just at the end of the whoops. But Jet Lawrence, he has gone 2 for 2 at the moment. Kenny Rocen, the only rider standing in between him and a clean sweep of race wins tonight. It's a longer Rocen. Wow. He messed up massively there. Couldn't get over the double. And there's a rider down behind him as well. So Lawrence leads then. Jet Lawrence. Oh, and Cooper Webb down the inside, slamming up into 4th place past Tixier.
And Supercross. Yeah, good job by Cooper Webb. That's the 2-for-1 pass there. But boy, Kenny, you know, you saw him make a mistake last time. You saw him make him with this one. I wonder if you know, Ken Rocen, as amazing as it sounds, is getting pushed a little harder than he wants to go, you know, trying to sprint away from Jet Lawrence or trying to catch him.
Yeah, he goes to Melbourne on Monday for the final round of WSX, and of course this kind of race for him tonight is perfect for that, because, you know, he's really got I won't say he's not got a lot of competition there, but this is a nice thing just to resharpen the reflexes alike, if you like.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jet Lawrence, let's see, did a 42.3 the last lap, 0.8 lead. Here's Kenny's mistake right here.
Yeah. Just a dragon back, got offline and then couldn't commit. Even if he did commit, he would have gone it right into the path of Jet.
Yeah, that could have been worse than what it was for sure. He backed out over the right time. Good job by Ken Rocen. It could have gone way worse. Now we got Hunter Lawrence looking like he's catching Kenny a little bit, and Jet is pulling out a little bit. 1.1 lead, so 0.3 more that lap gained by Jet Lawrence. And now we're seeing the 96th. Hunter Lawrence, I think, creeping a little closer to Kenny than he probably wants.
Yeah, gaining in confidence as the day has gone on, Hunter Lawrence possibly, because his time practices weren't great, the Super Pole wasn't great, but then obviously this much from winning that 2nd race, had it not been for his pesky little kid brother.
Also, shame we don't have the number 10, Justin Brayton, out here. He tweaked his shoulder in practice. And pulled out. Really shame we didn't have the number 10 in there, because he would have been right in the mix as well.
Yeah, 2009 King of Paris.
Yeah, absolutely right. Just a guy who's a veteran, knows how to get the job done here all the time. Some of those sand guys, some of those lines, like not that lap there, but some of these guys, you're watching them through that sand, it's phenomenal. They're not sitting down. They're on their toes, and they're just railing through that turn. It's so impressive.
Between the first 2 races, did you manage to get down on track or into the paddock area to talk to any of the riders? Because obviously 30-40 minute breaks, or were you hanging out at the media galley?
Yeah, no, I had to watch the handlebar race with the spectators and stuff.
Oh yeah, good.
So I was more into that than gathering information.
So I'm just wondering how slick the track is out there, you know, because it looks quite shiny under the lights. I'm just wondering if that's just the light, or you see there coming out the turn.
Yeah, no, I went to dinner with Justin Brayton before the night show, and he said it was already from press day was getting pretty bad. He said it was, you know, really tacky for press day, and it was nice. And he said it just overnight, man, it started to appear and started getting slippery. So that's what JB was saying.
Yeah.
There's Supercross on the McGrath replica Honda 450. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it's nice. They had one actually during the animations earlier, and you know, with the Cadre Rouge stickers on the front fenders. Remember those guys, along with Son Auto? Yamaha.
That was cool. That was back in the day. That was your day.
Yeah. That was Brock's day.
Do you still have your bib?
I've got my my yellow bib of a certain brand from the 91 Versi.
Yeah. Nice. Here's Jet Lawrence pulling out again, 41.8. Oh, look at Kenny, went a tad quicker that last lap. Oh, mistake there by Hunter Lawrence.
Yeah, 1.3 then, the gap between Jet Lawrence and Ken Rocen. So 41.88, 41.81, 41.6, his fastest of the race so far. Hunter Lawrence, but quicker than the two riders ahead of him, only by 1 or 2 tenths.
Now, Paul, is this, I mean, I'm not one to go back to the USA after the Paris Supercross or whatever for all these years and make some grand announcements of what's going to happen.
Okay.
It's an off-season race, and it's a tighter track, and, you know, the levels of prep are in various stages, but
it's better preparation than Bercy or Lille would have been.
Yes, absolutely. But what do you make of this Jet Lawrence? We just saw him go 22-0, you know, and now he's doing this here at Bercy, or Paris, I should say. And like, what are, I mean, I don't know, man. I think this might be a little bit of some foreshadowing of what we're going to see in Anaheim. Yeah,
well, there has been a lot of bench race talk, hasn't there, about, you know, Jet, he did what he did 22-0 outdoors, but he's going to be in 450. Supercross is a different thing, and he's probably going to need that season to learn. For sure, he's going to win some races, but yeah, I think what we're seeing at the moment, it's not a full field. We don't have Chase, we don't have Eli, you know, we don't have Jason, you know, and those guys. So on that basis, Hunter almost under the banners there in that turn, almost lost front and back, and almost lost that third place. But what we're seeing right now with the field that we do have, it's been impressive.
It absolutely has. Those guys might be in for a little bit of a world of hurt here. Coop Webb, so today in practice, really impressive. He was on top of the board for most of the practice. Jet took 2 runs at it, couldn't beat him, right? Coop was number 1, looking really good. I was impressed. And then, absolutely, Jet got quicker. Oh, look at that.
That was Jet. And then Hunter, I think, just in that same corner, also like at the end of the whoops, that same lap almost went through the barriers there.
So Coop's practice today showed us that, you know, he's got the speed, and we're going to see something. He hasn't gotten the start, hasn't been up there. He's been a distant 3rd or 4th or whatever it's been for Coop. But, I mean, I think he'd be the first to tell you, like, he thought it'd be a little better tonight than what it's on. Luckily, there's a race tomorrow afternoon.
But then he said that in the SMX races as well, didn't he?
He did, yeah, absolutely. He doesn't look like he's quite into fighting shape either, where he wants to be. He's got another month to go, so... Ken Rocen, here we are on the screen here. Kenny trying to still stay with Jet. You know, resilience is Kenny's thing, man. Would just never write the guy off. Never, you know, he won a Supercross this past year. Never take him out of a race. He'll surprise you. He'll show you. He'll pop off and do something where you're like, oh, yeah, he's Ken Rocen.
Did an outdoor race as well. Was fastest in time practice. The only time that Jet Lawrence didn't get fastest in time practice. Led some laps there as well, outdoors. So it's just like, he's still got it.
Yeah. He's still got it. He may not have it every single week, but he can rise to the occasion when he needs to. You really got to admire his resilience, his toughness, his ability to adapt and figure things out no matter how he's feeling. It's great.
And actually, you know, all the talk, you know, about Jet Lawrence being like this big phenom and everything else, you know, with everything that he's done this year, Kenny's still only 1.3 behind him.
Yeah.
You know, after 9 laps.
Yeah, it was 1.8 earlier in this race, I believe, and now it's 1.3. So Roxon's just hanging in there.
So is he hanging in there, or is Jet just kind of like managing that gap? Because either way, it's a 1.3 gap, and he's not decimating the field, but then he doesn't have to either.
Yeah, we saw that all summer, right? We saw he's just the picture of perfect out there, and really managing the race and really not caring if he destroyed everybody like Ricky Carmichael did so many times, or if he just wins by, you know, half a second. It doesn't matter for Jet Lawrence. So he could be doing a little bit of that, Malin. You're right. That
gap 1.3 to back out to 1.9. So just as we mentioned, that picks up the pace. This is coming out of turn 1. That little double triple combo. And there's obviously the option to go triple, double, double.
Yeah, I don't think any
triple,
way,
triple, double.
Yeah, triple, triple. I don't think either way looked any better, right? I think it looked about the same.
I think in Super Pole or in time practice, if you got that outside railed and did that first triple, then it was maybe marginally quicker. But I think the safest option, having watched the chrono session, the time session from over that side of the arena this afternoon, where Jet Lawrence tried to use that outside and just pushed the front a little bit, and then he quickly went back to the insides. It's the safest option.
Yeah, it's the one that you could do for the whole race, right? Don't worry about it. Justin Hill, 9th place. Not the night he wanted, but I think he did have a practice crash. I saw him walking off with the medics at one point. So Justin Hill,
free practice.
Yeah, not having a great time so far in Paris. Here's Ken Rocen through the whoops.
Yeah, and obviously those things are going to be breaking down anyway, but we can't see it from this angle.
Yeah, they're getting some guys, definitely. You can see that in the slower riders. They're struggling more.
Oh, Jet down.
Well, look at that.
Look at that. Makes a mistake. Kenny Rocen goes around the outside. Just had him as a little pinprick on the screen there, and I was like, was that? And I was like, yeah, it's Jet Lawrence definitely gone down. So watch this here, just loses the front. There's a back marker there as well. So did he just try to, no, just folded the front, just a little bit high offline. Hill just avoids him there, picks it up, keeps the clutch in. A gift for Ken Rocen after his mistake there on that part of the track earlier on in the race on the opening lap. So with 3.5 minutes to go, it's go time for Jet Lawrence. Can he pull the pin? And just, this is where we find out, Steve Mathis.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he was just sandbagging and just doing enough to stay there, can he reel that gap? It's 3-point-something seconds, is it? 1.9.
1.9, 3 minutes to go in this main event. So we've got 3 minutes to go.
Cost him 6 seconds, that crash.
Wow. Yeah, that was something else. Boy, you know, you just never quite know, right? So now, Jet Lawrence, like you said, Paul, he is going to be going all out here. He's going to start going lower and lower in the turns. He's going to start scrubbing a little bit more, trying to downside things perfectly, trying to make every second he can, or every tenth of a second he can, up on the 94.
He was cleaner through that turn than Kenny, and he's all over the back of him straight away.
He's already there, man. This is the Jet Lawrence unleashed right here, right?
Inside at the end of the straight. Boy, he just sucked one up there on the front end midway through. Here we go.
Oh, Paul, he's closer
got time
already than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, half a second when they hit the line. He goes a little bit higher and wider that time around. Roxon's going to go outside the back marker here, is he? Yes, he does, and they both managed to squeeze through.
I wonder if, so Kenny got past the last main event by going outside before the sand. I wonder if he's going to learn from his lesson here. Otherwise, Jet will get him this lap.
And Hunter got past by going a little bit too wide into the final turn on the final lap. So it's going to be an interesting couple of minutes from here, boys.
2 minutes to go here, and Jet Lawrence trying everything he can to get by the 94.
Nice. Up on the pegs. Can he cut down? Yes, he does. He's alongside Kenny as they re-merge onto the start straight. He's just sussing things out. Cut back here.
Yep.
Kenny's reading it well, but can't quite get the drive, but he's going to have to stay low. That's exactly what he does here, but he gets pinched to the inside.
Beautiful.
Kenny Rocen, yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. That's some great riding there by Kenny and Jet for sure.
And you can hear the atmosphere out there inside the arena. They're loving this from Kickstart Kenny and the new kid on the block, 20 years old, Jet Lawrence.
All right, I think Jet gets him in the whoops here and cuts down and drag races into the final turn.
Yeah. Oh, and there's waved yellows. Oh, he lets him back, and then he goes back by him again. Then lets him go, look. So he realized he overtook him in the whoops. He let him go by, passed him again, he's let him go by again. So still got about 3 laps to go here, maybe.
Absolutely fantastic racing here.
Oh, this time he does go by and takes the lead. Too easy.
We got Hunter Lawrence down in the whoops too.
Oh, that's who crashed then, Hunter Lawrence.
Hunter and Tixier were down. Yeah, Hunter's been down for a while. He's just now pulling onto the track.
That's why the yellows were there a lap ago, but we couldn't see which bikes they were that were down in the track. So
Hunter Lawrence back to 6th right now after that crash on the whoops with Tixier. And he was folded over the tough blocks. He was on the other side.
Yeah, so I think it might have been Tixier was the reason for the yellow flags, and maybe Hunter ran into the back of him behind these guys then.
Yeah, maybe. Absolutely. We're getting some shakeups here. 20 seconds left, 2 laps to go in the final main event in the SX1 here in Paris. And yeah, I mean, wow, what a job.
But it's definitely slicking up out there, isn't it? And you see here coming out of that first turn how greasy that is. So yeah, Hunter Lawrence in 6th place now. So it must have been a separate incident there that he got involved in.
We're going to have the white flag this time around for Jet Lawrence. So looking to go perfect on the night. Wasn't easy though, was it?
He's had to go to work tonight.
He's had to work.
In that final race.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the last turn pass on his brother, and then this one with the crash and beating Kenny Rocen. That's something else, man.
But Kenny, as you said, you know, what is he like, 28, 29 or 30 years old?
I think he's 29, yeah.
You know, still showing that he's up for the fight. And obviously being able to pick and choose his summer, if you like, I think is giving him the longevity that he needs for events like this and what he's doing elsewhere. But certainly making Jet work for it. And on the final lap, the gap between these two, couple of seconds.
Couple of lappers coming up, though, Jet's got to back off a little bit or he's going to run into the back of him. Here we go. He's got it down. Jet Lawrence, folks.
Yeah, final turn. 3 for 3. Perfect night for Jet in Paris here on his first visit. First ride on a 450 here inside the stadium. And Jet Lawrence wins race 1, 2, and 3. Kenny Rocen, 2nd, 1.6 seconds behind. Cooper Webb will cross the line in 3rd, but he's about, 10, 12 seconds further back.
great sportsmanship there. Those two guys talking about what's going on and what happened.
So here is Cooper Webb. What have you made of his night?
Just thought it would be a little better based on the practice speed. You know what I mean? He was okay. He was fine, but thought he'd be a little bit more close to those guys. I mean, he's 23 seconds back here with a fall. Last one, he was 15 seconds back. You know, I think he'd want to be closer.
Is it just a fitness thing? Is it? He's not, because he had the summer off, the latter part. Yeah, he was riding from SMX, but then he's obviously been on the bike since then. So
yeah,
maybe how much time he has or hasn't had on the bike, but could just be fitness, or just again just this first.